Do you ever find yourself daydreaming about what life truly looks like once you reach your 80s? We often see beautiful, idyllic pictures of seniors enjoying their golden years, full of laughter and boundless energy. And while those moments are absolutely real and cherished, there are also unspoken truths, some challenging realities, that aren't always shared quite so openly. It's a bit like looking at a stunning painting without realizing the intricate brushstrokes and layers beneath the surface. Many people step into their 8th decade with an idealized vision, only to find themselves navigating unexpected changes, some of which can feel quite daunting. It's this gap between expectation and reality that can be truly painful, leading to feelings of surprise, unpreparedness, or even loneliness as you face situations you never truly anticipated. But what if understanding these realities, not as problems to fear, but as facets of life to acknowledge and prepare for, could actually be the secret to living your best, most fulfilling life in your 80s and beyond? It's about shedding light on what's often kept in the shadows, not to dim your spirits, but to illuminate a path forward. In this video, we're going to gently explore 6 often unspoken realities of life after 80. Our aim isn't to scare you, but to empower you with understanding and a fresh perspective, helping you to embrace this incredible chapter with wisdom and grace. We'll talk about how these realities impact daily life and, more importantly, how a shift in mindset and a few simple adjustments can make all the difference. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you about living your best life, no matter your age. Let's start with the first reality, one that touches us all in a very personal way: the undeniable shifts in our physical capabilities. It's often said that age is just a number, and while that's true in spirit, our bodies do undergo significant changes as we cross the threshold into our 80s. You might wake up one morning and notice that tasks that were once simple, like climbing a flight of stairs, opening a stubborn jar, or even just walking across the room, require a bit more effort, or perhaps even a helping hand. This isn't about giving up. It's about acknowledging that our physical machinery, after decades of loyal service, might not operate with the same speed or resilience it once did. The harsh reality here is the potential loss of physical independence and the increased vulnerability to falls or injuries. Our bones might become more brittle, our muscles less dense, and our balance a little less reliable. This can feel incredibly frustrating, even heartbreaking, especially if you've always prided yourself on being active and self-sufficient. You might find yourself saying no to activities you once loved, or perhaps relying on others more than you're comfortable with. The world can suddenly seem a little less accessible, and the freedom you once took for granted might feel diminished. It's a tough pill to swallow when your body doesn't quite keep up with your adventurous spirit. However, understanding this reality isn't a surrender. It's an invitation to adapt and find new ways to thrive. Many people in their 80s are still incredibly active, and the key often lies in proactive care and smart modifications. For instance, gentle, consistent exercise, tailored to your current capabilities, can do wonders. Think about low-impact activities like walking, water aerobics, or chair yoga. These aren't just about maintaining muscle and bone density. They're also crucial for improving balance and flexibility, which are your best defense against falls. Even simple exercises you can do while sitting, like ankle rotations or arm raises with light weights, can make a significant difference in your strength and mobility. Another practical step is to make your living environment as safe as possible. This means things like removing tripping hazards like loose rugs, ensuring good lighting, especially at night, and installing grab bars in bathrooms. It's not about admitting defeat. It's about being smart and creating a sanctuary where you can move freely and safely. And please, don't shy away from using assistive devices if they can enhance your mobility and confidence. A walking stick or a rollator can be your best friend, offering stability and allowing you to continue enjoying walks outdoors or navigating larger spaces with ease. The goal is to maximize your remaining physical capacity and adapt your environment to suit your evolving needs. Not to push yourself to exhaustion trying to relive your 40s. It's about celebrating what your body can still do and supporting it wisely. Now, alongside the physical changes, there's another profound reality that often surfaces in our later years: the changing landscape of our social connections. As we age, our social circles can naturally shrink. Friends, family members, and beloved partners may pass away, move away, or simply become less accessible due to their own health or family commitments. You might find that the regular bridge game has fewer players, or the weekly coffee meetup isn't quite as lively as it once was. This isn't a reflection of your worth or desirability. It's simply a natural, albeit painful, part of life's progression. The harsh reality of this can be profound loneliness and isolation. Humans are social creatures, and the absence of regular, meaningful interactions can lead to feelings of sadness, emptiness, and even a decline in cognitive function. You might feel a void where vibrant conversations and shared laughter used to be. The silence in the house can become louder, and the days can stretch long without a familiar voice to connect with. It's a very real challenge, and it's one that many seniors face silently, not wanting to burden others with their feelings. The thought of starting fresh and forming new connections can feel daunting, especially after a lifetime of established relationships. However, understanding this reality is about recognizing the importance of actively cultivating new connections and nurturing existing ones in different ways. It's not about replacing those you've lost, but about enriching your life with new bonds. For example, consider joining local community groups or clubs that align with your interests. Whether it's a book club, a gardening group, a crafting circle, or even a volunteer organization. These settings provide built-in opportunities to meet new people who share your passions. Many communities also offer senior centers with a wide range of activities, from exercise classes to card games and social lunches. These can be wonderful hubs for connection and friendship. Technology, surprisingly, can also be a powerful tool against isolation. While it might seem intimidating at first, learning to use video calls with family members who live far away, or joining online communities focused on your hobbies, can open up a whole new world of connection. Even simple phone calls can make a huge difference in staying connected to those you care about. Don't be afraid to reach out and initiate contact. Perhaps send a card to an old friend, or suggest a low-key get-together. Remember, many others are likely feeling the same way and would welcome the opportunity to connect. The goal here is to be proactive in seeking out social engagement, because while loss is inevitable, loneliness doesn't have to be. It's about understanding that connection requires effort at every stage of life, and in your 80s, it might simply require a different approach. Next, we need to talk about a reality that can cause a lot of anxiety and stress: the financial shifts and the escalating costs of healthcare as we age. For many, retirement dreams are built on the assumption that savings and pensions will provide a comfortable, worry-free existence. But the plain truth is, life after 80 often comes with unexpected expenses, particularly related to health and long-term care, that can quickly erode even the most carefully planned nest egg. Inflation also quietly eats away at purchasing power, meaning what felt like enough 20 years ago might not stretch as far today. The harsh reality is that financial vulnerability can become a significant source of worry and limit choices. You might find yourself constantly watching your budget, making difficult decisions about what you can and cannot afford. The cost of medications, doctor's visits, specialist care, and especially long-term care facilities or in-home assistance can be astronomical. Even if you have insurance, there are often deductibles, co-pays, and services not covered that add up rapidly. This can lead to a feeling of being a burden on family, or having to forego necessary care or enjoyable activities simply because the money isn't there. The independence you valued so much can feel threatened by the sheer economic weight of aging. It's a quiet stress that many carry, often too proud or embarrassed to discuss openly. However, Acknowledging this reality is the first step towards managing it wisely and finding peace of mind. It's about being informed and exploring all available options. Firstly, if you haven't already, review your financial situation with a trusted advisor who specializes in elder care planning. They can help you understand your current resources, explore government benefits you might be eligible for, like Medicare savings programs or state assistance, and help you plan for potential long-term care costs. Don't assume you know all the programs available. There might be help out there you're unaware of. Secondly, look for ways to manage healthcare costs proactively. This includes understanding your insurance coverage thoroughly, asking about generic alternatives for medications, and discussing treatment options with your doctors to ensure they align with both your health needs and your financial capacity. Many pharmaceutical companies also offer patient assistance programs. And critically, having an open conversation with your family about your financial situation, if you're comfortable, can alleviate stress. They might not be able to solve everything, but knowing they understand your concerns can be a tremendous relief. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge and seeking support, rather than letting financial worries consume your golden years. It's about making thoughtful decisions today to protect your tomorrow. Moving on, let's address a reality that many approach with trepidation, one that touches upon our very essence, the potential for cognitive changes and memory issues. While not everyone will experience severe memory loss, it's a truth that our brains, much like our bodies, undergo changes as we age. You might find yourself forgetting names more often, misplacing your keys more frequently, or needing a little more time to recall information that used to come instantly. It's not necessarily a sign of something dire, but it is a common part of the aging process for many. The harsh reality here is the fear of losing one's mental sharpness, the ability to think clearly, remember precious moments, or even to maintain independence in decision-making. This fear can be incredibly unsettling. Forgetting important appointments, struggling with familiar tasks, or repeating stories can feel embarrassing and frustrating. It can lead to self-doubt, a loss of confidence, and a reluctance to engage in mentally stimulating activities for fear of exposing these changes. The worry that one might lose their sense of self, or become a burden due to cognitive decline, is a profound and painful reality for many in their 80s. It's a silent battle fought in the privacy of one's own mind, often accompanied by feelings of shame or anxiety. However, acknowledging this reality allows us to take proactive steps to support our brain health and adapt to changes. Just as we exercise our bodies, we can exercise our minds. Engage in mentally stimulating activities regularly. This could be learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, solving puzzles like crosswords or Sudoku, playing strategy games, or even just reading a diverse range of books and articles. The key is to challenge your brain in new ways, keeping those neural pathways active and strong. Think of it like a mental workout program. Beyond specific exercises, a healthy lifestyle plays a massive role. A balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats like those found in fish and nuts supports brain function. Regular physical activity, even moderate walking, increases blood flow to the brain and can improve memory. Prioritizing quality sleep is also crucial, as our brains do a lot of important processing and clearing out of waste products during rest. And critically, maintaining social connections, as we discussed earlier, is a powerful cognitive stimulant. Conversations, shared laughter, and engaging with others all help keep our minds sharp. If you notice significant or concerning changes, please don't hesitate to discuss them with your doctor. Early detection and intervention can make a world of difference. It's about understanding that our brains are incredibly resilient and we have agency in supporting their health, even in our later years. Finally, we arrive at two deeply personal realities that often come into sharper focus as we navigate our 80s, facing past regrets and unfulfilled dreams. and confronting our own mortality. These aren't always tangible external challenges, but internal landscapes that can feel just as daunting. The harsh reality of confronting regrets can be heavy. As we look back over a long life, there are inevitably moments where we might wish we had made different choices, taken different paths, or said things we left unsaid. Perhaps there's a career path not pursued, a relationship that ended poorly, a family member with whom you didn't fully reconcile, or opportunities missed. These could be small, fleeting thoughts, or they could settle in as deep, nagging feelings of what could have been. The weight of these regrets, especially when time feels finite, can lead to sadness, bitterness, or a sense of incompleteness. It can feel like there's no longer time to rectify or pursue those lost chances, leaving a lingering ache. However, understanding this reality is about embracing the wisdom of a long life and finding peace with the past. It's about shifting from regret to reflection and acceptance. Instead of dwelling on what you didn't do, acknowledge the journey you did take. Every path, every decision, has shaped who you are today, and there's immense value in that unique tapestry. Practice self-compassion. Forgive yourself for perceived mistakes. We all do the best we can with the knowledge and circumstances we have at the time. Consider whether there are any small, meaningful ways to address lingering issues. Perhaps writing a letter, even if it's never sent, can bring closure. Maybe finding a new, scaled-down way to engage with a long-lost dream. If you wanted to be a painter, try a beginner's art class. If you dreamed of traveling the world, explore documentaries or virtual tours. It's about reframing your past, not as a series of missed opportunities, but as a rich source of lessons learned and growth achieved. Find gratitude for the experiences you did have and the connections you did make. Living fully in the present is the most powerful way to honor your past. And then, there's the ultimate reality that becomes increasingly present confronting our own mortality. While death is a part of life for all ages, in your 80s, you become more acutely aware of the finite nature of your time. This isn't just about the passing of friends and family, which itself is profoundly impactful, but the quiet, internal realization that your own remaining years are fewer than those behind you. The harsh reality here is the potential for fear, anxiety, or a sense of hopelessness about the end. It's natural to feel apprehension about the unknown, about leaving loved ones, or about the process of dying itself. This can lead to a reluctance to talk about end-of-life wishes, or a tendency to withdraw, as if avoiding the topic can somehow postpone the inevitable. The thought of losing control, or the discomfort of discussing one's own final chapter, can be incredibly isolating and distressing. However, understanding this reality, paradoxically, can be incredibly liberating and empowering. It's about embracing life with even greater intentionality and finding peace with the natural cycle of existence. Firstly, open communication about end-of-life wishes is not morbid. It's an act of love and clarity. Discussing preferences for care, living arrangements, and even funeral arrangements with your loved ones can alleviate future burdens on them and ensure your wishes are respected. It provides immense peace of mind for everyone involved. Think about things like advance directives, wills, or simply having a heartfelt conversation. Secondly, and perhaps most importantly, this awareness of limited time can ignite a profound appreciation for each moment. It encourages you to live with purpose, to savor the small joys, and to prioritize what truly matters. Spend time with loved ones, pursue hobbies that bring you joy, forgive old grudges, and express your affection. This isn't about rushing. It's about deepening your experience of the present. Many people find immense comfort in spirituality or philosophy during this time, exploring their beliefs about what lies beyond. The reality of mortality isn't a threat. It's a powerful invitation to live more fully, more authentically, and to create meaningful memories in the time you have left. It reminds us that every single day is a gift. So, we've walked through 6 profound realities of life after 80: the physical shifts, the changing social landscape, the financial considerations, potential cognitive changes, facing past regrets, and confronting mortality. Each of these presents its own set of challenges. But, as we've discussed, understanding them is not about fear. It's about empowerment. It's about being prepared, adaptable, and proactive in a way that allows you to truly thrive. Remember, every single one of us is on a unique journey, and your experiences will be your own. But what truly makes a difference isn't avoiding these realities, but facing them with an open heart and a resilient spirit. Small adjustments, a willingness to learn, and a commitment to nurturing your physical, mental, and emotional well-being can lead to monumental differences in your health and happiness. The secret, the surprise I promised you at the beginning, is this: the greatest harsh reality isn't what life throws at you after 80, but the potential regret of not having embraced and truly lived every single moment of this precious chapter. It's the realization that perspective, intentionality, and a willingness to adapt are your most powerful tools. We would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on these realities. What have been your experiences or insights? What advice would you give to others navigating this stage of life? Please share your wisdom in the comments below. Your experiences are so valuable and can truly help others who might be facing similar situations. If you found this conversation helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more people who might benefit from this message. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel for more helpful content designed to empower you to live your best life, no matter your age. Your support helps us continue these important conversations. Thank you for spending this time with us. Remember, life after 80 isn't just about enduring. It's about flourishing. It's about finding new joys, cherishing deep connections, and living each day with purpose and gratitude. Live your best life at every age,